You obviously weren't that happy after the first half in Minnesota. There was the response in the second half, but why do you feel like the club came out in that way in the first half, and how do you avoid something like that happening again?
First of all, good afternoon. Yes, it was an honest sentiment in what I felt at halftime. Not the proper language, never done that in my life, but I'm human, and I was a little bit frustrated because I think the defense and the team is better than what we showed the first half. But the positive side was what you mentioned. We had a very good second half. We adjusted well. We had a belief in a moment that maybe other teams would give up at that moment in the way the first half went. So I left the game, with a good feeling in regards to what we did in the second half. Not happy because the first half was the worst first half that we have had so far this season. But then what we saw in the second half was very promising. Believing that we can come back, believing that we can go at them and try to turn around a game that was very difficult. It was great to see from the players, and that gave us belief that we can do that at any time.
You guys have had some rough results in maybe the last 10 games. I think you have 3 wins, and especially on the road, it's been a little bit rough. Going into the final 4 games of the season, obviously starting with a good team against Dallas this weekend, what adjustments does the team need to make to maybe get on the right track and put themselves in a good position?
Yes, it's been a little bit up and down in the past few games. Some very good moments, some other moments, especially away from home, not very good. And we have to learn from that and make sure that the guys are a little more consistent. And we've been analyzing some things, and the important part is to finish these 4 games in the best possible way. God willing that we get enough points to be able to go in the playoff in the as high as we can, with the hope that we can play at home, and try to have good momentum going into the playoff. The good thing is we have a good team. We believe in what we are doing. I think there's just little things that we have to continue to correct, and of course this is constant. You never stop working in making the team better. But I believe in our guys believe in us, and I think we have a good team to make things very difficult for anybody.
And just some injury updates. It looked like that Adenella was back in training today, and it looked like Liam Ridgewell was sort of on the sideline, not doing full training. How are both of them and their statuses going to the weekend?
Yes, only Liam is a question mark because of the elbow he received. I think the ref missed maybe a potential red card. And now he's recovering, so hopefully after he sees the doctor this afternoon, we get good news. But at the moment right now he's questionable. He's definitely has a little bruise in the rib, and hopefully it's going to be something that goes away quick. But besides that, the good thing is that we've done a great job with the sports science team and all of us to make sure that we get as healthy as possible in this stretch, which is very important to have everybody available. And I think pretty much everybody's will be available in these 4 games coming up. Hopefully, God willing, that they stay healthy.
So Jeff's good to go then?
Yes.
And then just one last thing from me for now. With Blanco, yellow card accumulation, going to be out this weekend. Given how good he's been for you guys, and especially recently, how do you adjust to that?
Yes, first of all, I think a very questionable yellow card, and we miss an important player. Blanco is being this season one of our top players. He's done really well. He's a guy that creates and does so much. But if we go back to Seattle, we play a very good match. He wasn't there. He was recovering from an injury, and the team performed very well. So we have players available and capable of playing very well, even with a player that is so important as Seba being out. So we believe that, as I said, in everybody, and we have to go 100% because it's going to be a very important game against Dallas. And yes, missing Blanco, but we have other guys that can step in.
Coach, how do you clone Diego Chara? Because you brought him on at halftime, and I'm sure there was lots of motivation on that, but just talk about, what he brought when he came on, how that influenced the second half.
No, it was great for us to be able to have Chara available for us. It was important also that he rested because we need a healthy Chara in this final stretch, then pushing him to play that game and maybe not having him for all the games. So it was important for him to be rested, like Valeri. They had the chance to be able to come into the game. They helped when they came in. Chara, when he came in at halftime, gave us a lot of balance. It wasn't only, I will say, Chara coming in. It was the mentality of the team in the second half. It was the adjustments that we made in the few little things that we had to do better. And I think all that resulted in us playing much better in the second half. But as I always say, if we could clone Chara, it would be a very good thing.
And then with Jeff coming back, does he automatically step back into that job, or is there competition there with Steve this week?
I think Steve has done very well. I think Jeff has done well before the injury. So it's going to be a good, healthy competition. We'll see what this decision will be, but we believe in both of them.
Coach, a couple of questions first, going back to Saturday's game in Minnesota. You changed formation at halftime. You talked to Ross Smith a little bit after the game about that formation change, having some time to review it. How do you think the team performed in the 4-2-3-1? Yeah,
I think it performed well in the second half. I think it is what we needed at that moment because of how the situation in the game was affecting the game. And I thought that in the way we wanted to approach our attack, it was important for us to get a little bit more width with the players a little bit ahead, like Polo and Flores. Then Blanco ended up in that position, but it was, I think, a circumstance of the game that was necessary for us to be able to make a change, because the fullbacks coming inside more in the second half, playing a little more direct. It was better for us this particular match, especially because every time we lost the ball, they found Quintero too easy, and that was a little bit of the problem that we had. So I think in this case it was useful, it was important, and I think the changes that we made in the second half was gave us a little bit of life, not only in the system, but especially in the assignments of each player.